We often are asked if you should feed CoolStance wet or dry, how much to feed and how often. Other questions are, which supplements do we recommend and how much hay to feed? All these questions are valid. Most important, how much hay to feed? That depends really on your situation. Is the hay feeding complemented by grazing? And if yes, how much pasture does the horse have available? And what is the nutritional profile of the pasture and the hay? As a general rule, a horse should have forage, hay, grass, or straw available at all times. Horses are continuous grazers. Their digestive system is meant to be busy all the time. Supplementing the hay ration with CoolStance supplies your horse with really important nutrients, provided you feed at least 1 pound to a medium-sized horse. Because CoolStance does not contain any sugars, it can be safely fed in large amounts up to 8 pounds a day. Some of the hard-working horses may need quite a few extra calories to sustain not only their energy expenditure, but also make up for the time they cannot graze because of their workload. It is really important that you weigh your feed. We use a 4-cup measuring cup to weigh our CoolStance ration. Around 2 cups of CoolStance usually weigh 1 pound, but please verify this on your own scales. How much CoolStance you feed really depends on your horse. Horses who do not work usually get 1 pound a day, performance horses between 2 and 8 pounds a day or more. Foals can be introduced free choice in a creep feeder, and weanlings can have 1 pound a day or a little more depending on size. If you feed large amounts of CoolStance, divide them in as many feedings as possible. Like with all new feedstuffs, you have to introduce CoolStance gradually. You can feed CoolStance wet or dry. We prefer these repurposed salt lick feeders because they allow the horse to eat in a natural head-down position. In order to wet your feed optimally, if you choose to do so, add the same volume of clean water as you had feed. Since CoolStance contains only low levels of sugar and starch, you can leave it to soak for hours. Many horse owners prepare the evening feed after the morning feed. Add the water to the feed. The water will cause the feed to swell up quite a bit, so it is really important that you know how many pounds you are feeding, as the amount after the water is added is really deceiving, both in volume as in weight. Stirring is optional, but if you mix in minerals, stirring them in may help to distribute them a little better. The kind of mineral supplement you choose to feed depends greatly on your hay profile, the nutritional content of your pasture, and the country you live in. There are various supplements on the market worldwide. Adding water in the prescribed way gives you a consistent feed structure that most horses like. To get the best results from CoolStance, we recommend that you remove after the initial introduction period all grain and grain-based feed from the horse's diet. Finally, many horse owners have asked about the shelf life of CoolStance. Because the oils in CoolStance are saturated, CoolStance will not become rancid and can safely be stored in a dry place for a year or even longer. Thank you for feeding your horse CoolStance.